My name is Daniela and I am the therapist Nomad. Today, I want to tell you a little bit about the lifestyle expenses in Madrid. My boyfriend and I have visited the city a few times already. Usually we stay in the area of Salamanca, but this time we had the opportunity to stay more near the center of Madrid, specifically in the area of Las Letras. Las Letras is an important neighborhood in Madrid because the most important Spanish writers used to live here. For that, as you walk on the streets of Las Letras, you are going to find quotes of these writers on the streets, which is actually fascinating to appreciate. Nowadays, Las Letras is a bohemian neighborhood. You are going to find really authentic boutiques all over the area. Also amazing restaurants with traditional Spanish food and numerous cervecerías and coffee shops. The other thing that I really like about the neighborhood is that they try to keep it pedestrian friendly. So the streets are not highly transited by cars. There are restricted areas for just pedestrians, which is really cool. As you're exploring the city, you want to feel free to walk around and cross the street without looking. So for that reason, I find it special as well. Some people say that all of these perks of living in Las Letras has a price, and I'm sure it does. So Las Letras can be a bit expensive. I mean, if you compare it to Salamanca, Salamanca is still more expensive, but Las Letras can be a bit more expensive than other areas in El Centro. If you live in Las Letras, you're going to also get out of your apartment or house and see everything. It's really fast. Like, I was joking with my boyfriend because literally we're such at peace here in the apartment where we're staying, and as soon as we go downstairs, the city is alive. So you have everything just 3 to 4 minutes away, and that includes El Sol, a bunch of restaurants, museums. Even El Prado is just a 14-minute walk from where we're staying. There's also a lot of nightlife in this area. A few days ago, we were out at 2 in the morning and there are bars open, churrerias open. So I don't know if they go to sleep at any point of the night, but it stays pretty active at night. Important thing about Las Letras is that there's rich history in this area. I mean, all over Madrid, but this area is very special because of the writers. Now, let's talk about the money. If you're a traveler like me, I'm sure that you are very reliable on Airbnb, like I am. But thankfully, some family members told us about an amazing group here in Madrid and in other parts of Spain that takes care of the service of, renting apartments or places in the city, and they make sure that the design is pretty much standard or very similar in all of the apartments, and that they offer the same type of utilities. So with this group called the Home Club, to every apartment that you go to, you're going to have utilities included, including very high-speed internet, electricity, washer and dryer, AC, and these things are essential, especially when you're a nomad and you're traveling for so long and you just want to feel at home and have all of your important things that make you feel comfortable in an apartment. So this is something that I really love about Home Club. Yes, Airbnb can be reliable and you can see the amenities that each apartment offers in the website. However, I do struggle with the internet sometimes, right? Like, you ask an Airbnb host whether the internet is good and they usually tell you it's fantastic. You get there and you're not able to have a meeting. Now, just to give you an example, I was looking at Airbnb apartments in the same area where I'm staying now, the neighborhood of Las Letras, and I found a 1-bedroom apartment with 1 bathroom for $2,894. So for Madrid, an Airbnb with all utilities included in this area, that's the average price that you're going to find, I think. But right now, we are staying in a 2-bedroom apartment with 2 private bathrooms, full kitchen, internet, all the utilities, great view, even a pool that we're not using because it's the winter of course, but maybe it comes handy in the summer, for 3,200 euros. It does include a deposit of 1,550 euros, so that puts you at 4,757 euros, which is a little bit elevated, but you do get your deposit back. So I think it's totally worth it to pay a little more. Of course, there are cheaper apartments in Home Club that you can check, or Airbnb if you prefer to continue to use Airbnb, and that's totally fine. But let's say that in between 3,000 to 4,000 euros is what you're going to need for housing.
Now, moving forward, when it comes to eating out, I know that Salamanca has more expensive prices for restaurants. Here near El Centro, you can find places for tapas and cervecerías that are going to be pretty affordable for lunch, so you can spend around like 20 to 30 euros for 2 people in a casual lunch. And then dinners do get a little bit more expensive. I would say that on average 60 to 70 euros for 2 people to enjoy a nice dinner with maybe 2 main plates and a drink per person, or 2 main plates and an appetizer. Nico and I have been spending around, I want to say 80 euros per day to have lunch and dinner out. But it does depend on your likes. If you like to have simple dinners and if you want to do tapas all day, I'm sure that you're going to save more money.
Hey guys, we are here in El Lacon, which is a very traditional Spanish restaurant in the area of Las Letras, and I'm going to try my tortilla de patatas, which I'm so excited for.
In terms of transportation, you can use Uber, which is really affordable. However, there's a problem with the Ubers in the city, I believe, because I think they make it like they sabotage you so you cancel it. Sometimes it happens, not always, but it does happen when you are going to a very short distance. Apparently, if you cancel the Uber, I think they can charge you about 3 euros 50 cents. So if the ride is going to be equivalent to that, the Uber may just like take other trips until they get to you. And if you get a little bit impatient, you may cancel and then you have to pay the rate. So that has happened to me a few times already, and I did ask some of the taxi drivers to see if they knew what was happening with Uber, and they corroborated the information that they don't mind to make you feel impatient, so you cancel when the trip or the ride is going to be equivalent to what the cancellation fee could be. So be aware of this. Taxis are very, very reliable in the city. They'll take you everywhere and anywhere, and the rates are usually very clear, transparent. They're not going to lie about the rates. So I felt very safe in taxis. They are a little bit more expensive than Uber, in some situations even double the price. For public transportation, it's also very clean, reliable, and nice. I love the metro in Madrid. And if you're a tourist, you may want to choose one of the different day passes that they have. They do have two zones, Zone A and Zone T. So the Zone A for 7 days will cost you around 36 euros, and Zone T for 7 days will cost you around 71 euros. But you can also use your legs at any time. It's wonderful to walk the streets of Madrid. I really enjoy it. Something I have been very sad about is that I have found it very difficult to have workouts in Madrid. Right now, the gyms or fitness centers are restricted to tourists, and that is because of our friend COVID. I have gone to 3 different gyms and they have rejected me because if I can't demonstrate that I'm a resident of Madrid or that I'm Spanish by showing them that I have a bank account in Spain, they are unable to allow me to enter the gym. So I had to give up on that, and then I have not been able to find any calisthenic type of park or area. So for that reason, working out has been very restricted. In terms of prices, I wouldn't be able to tell you because I haven't been able to go to the gym. But what I heard is that it's probably less than 30 euros a month, which is okay because your wellness should be important. All right, guys, so I think that's going to be all for today. I wanted to just make a short video about what are the expenses of living in Madrid in a nice apartment with all of the utilities and comfort. I hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure that you give me a thumbs up if you did. And I will be seeing you in another city of Spain very soon. And if you want to know where that is, stay tuned for next week. I hope you have a good day and see you soon.